Yo, what's up guys? How is everyone doing? Guys, we've been on this huge downtrend, and I've been seeing a lot of people really upset at losing their money. If you've watched this come down from 20,000 to where we are right now, which is $6,200, you've nearly had a 75% loss on your investment. If you put in 10 grand, you would have $2,500 today, and that is absolutely terrible. But in this video, I've got some really good news for you because it's something I've been doing, pretty much since like $11,600. This is a way you can make a lot of money in a very short space of time. I get people asking me things like, Sammy, how can I make my first $10,000 or my first $1,000 really quickly? I want quick money. And obviously that's a very bad question to be asking, but I don't shy away from giving answers, right? Because there's always a way. It's just that it's never as easy as it looks. So it's a way to get fast money. It's just not very easy. And what this is, guys, is it's margin trading. And I've been using this for a while. It's one of the easiest ways to, one of the fastest ways rather, to double your investment. I've doubled my investments in, under a day. In we're talking maybe 4 hours. I've doubled what I put in many times using this platform. Most recently, I did it last week, trading Bitcoin here. So it's a way that works really well. But it's definitely got a learning curve. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how you use this. A lot of you already know what this is. Probably it's margin trading. It's the beast of trading. It's what a lot of this sort of thing revolves around. And essentially, just to put this in context, all it takes is a 10% move in price, 10% up or down from 6,200, and if you've put it in the right bet that it's going to go up or down, if you say it's going to go up and then it does, and it goes up by 10%, and you're using 10 times leverage, you would pretty much, double your money just like that. So that's a really quick way, and it's even faster. You go for 100 times leverage, and then you would double your money with a 1% move. So really, it's a very fast way to make money, but the risk is incredibly high as well. So guys, I'm on Bitmex right now. This is the site, one of the sites you can use. You can also use Bitfinex, which obviously I use both from time to time. This is actually the testnet version. So what you're seeing right now here is a balance of nearly 0.01 Bitcoin, and that's what you start off with here. So it's a demo account. You don't use real money on this, so you can use this to practice and see what it's like at first. Personally, I've never used the testnet version because I always like to use my own money, whether I lose or not. You learn much more quickly if you are trading with your own money. So I always prefer that, but for the purposes of this video, I am going to be showing you guys how it works. So if you don't know anything about margin trading, if you don't understand how you can double your money in one day, that kind of thing, I'm going to go through everything A to Z in this video. By the end of it, you'll be pretty much an expert on how to use this platform, also with some handy advice, not financial advice, but handy strategy, shall I say, to maximize your profits on this platform very quickly without losing money where possible. So let's talk about how this works. So on the left side, we've got the interface to buy or sell Bitcoin. So we've got 0.01 Bitcoin here, nearly, let's just say it is for the sake of simplicity. And right now that is worth about $62. So if we were on an exchange like GDAX or Coinbase and we only had $62, we could buy $62 worth of Bitcoin. And then if it goes up to, $20,000, we would have, a 3 times gain. Our $62 would turn into $186, which is great. But you could get that same $86, sorry, without going to 20K. Maybe if it just goes to 6,500, you would have already tripled your money just like that. And the way you do that is by trading on leverage. So at the bottom here, we've got this leverage slider. And what this means is, we've got $62 here to play with. And let's say you want to, instead of going for 62, you want to go for $120. So you can go for leverage here, and we're on 2x. So that means whatever we're putting into this trade is going to double. So, let's say we've got 62 here. You're going to see the cost of this transaction is 0.005. Now, if we do 120, which does eat up all of our balance, we actually have to go a little bit lower because of the fees, I guess, but the cost here is going to be 0.008. Now, say we want to trade with more than 2 times, maybe we want to trade with 5 times, we can actually do $300 if we only have $60. And you can see how the price has now cut down in more than half to 0.0035. Bitcoins to make this trade. So you can see how, we can even go up to 100 times leverage. And what happens here is, let me just demonstrate how this works. So you put in the price. Let's say you think it's going to go long now, just for the sake of giving you an example. And let's go for 5 times leverage. We put in this order. The price is $6,217.50. Go long, and we're going to get a box of information here. Now, this is really important. You should read it every time you start this. And I'm going to go through exactly what every single piece of information here means. So right at the top, what we've got is buy 110 contracts of Bitcoin at the current price. So buy means long. Long means that you bet the Bitcoin price is going to go up. Now, I use the word bet very loosely. I only use it because you guys will understand it. It's not gambling. It's nothing like betting. If it is gambling, then by virtue, so is the rest of trading, stock trading, gold trading, everything. So it isn't gambling, but bet allows you to understand it, by using that word. So the value of this order is going to be 0.016 Bitcoin, but what we're putting in is only 0.035 Bitcoin. So we can see we're actually multiplying this value by 5, cost at 5x, and it becomes 0.016. So that's actually what we're playing with. Sorry about that. So, yeah, our available balance down here, this is everything we've got in here. So, obviously, when we put this trade in, we're going to be left with 0.006 Bitcoin. And this is the size of the order. So, it already says it at the top, $110. The mark price is the current price of Bitcoin. This is calculated based on multiple exchanges. It tends to lag behind or go forward than the Bitcoin price on Bitmex. That sentence was really bad. I'm sorry. And the reason this price is different to what Bitmex actually has, it's 6,217 here, but it's like $60 higher on the mark price. It's a little bit complicated. I'll go into it at the end. And then, among the last things here, this is really important, the estimated liquidation price. So this is where, we've made the bet now that with this 110 contracts, meaning $110 worth of Bitcoin, we've made the bet that it's going to go up. So we're using 5 times our position to do that, to make the profits of this trade. So if we get 10% profits on $10,000, we actually get $1,000. That's our profit if we get 10%. Whereas if we only have 10% profits on $1,000, we get $100. So it's the same concept here. We're getting 5 times the profit than we would have if we just traded with our current balance that we've put in. But that also means we have a liquidation price. And what that means is we've got an open position, but if the price declines and it goes down to $5,200, at that point our position will be completely closed because it's used up all of the exchange's funds to cover your losses, and that at that point the exchange would actually be in a loss, and so that's why they have to close your position. So let's go ahead and put this order in now. It's automatically submitted because the price has decreased. And obviously when we're betting for it to go long, we want to get the lowest possible entry. It's like when you buy, you want the lowest entry before you get in. So it's the same concept here, and what we've got here yet again is the mark price. So we're going to go over that again in a little bit of time. What we've got over here, this is what you really want to be looking at, is the unrealized profit and loss. So you can see right now when we don't hover our mouse over this, this is the profit that we have right now. So it's 0.0001 Bitcoin. It's a 4% profit. We've already made it. And that's because the mark price is at 6,268. So this is your profit according to the mark price. Now, if we do hover our mouse over this, what we're going to see is the real profit that we have. So at the moment, the price is basically the same as when we put it in, $213. It's only down $2. And so we're not in a loss. It will be in a loss probably in a second if it continues to decline. You might see it here if it goes into about 6,208 or something. And the reason they show the mark price when you don't highlight your profits is because this is what actually determines your liquidation. So if we go down to $5,200 on the Bitmex price, the actual exchange, it could be because of manipulation. And obviously we don't want that. That can trigger unnecessary liquidations. So what we've actually got is a sort of collection of various prices on various exchanges to get the true price of what Bitcoin is according to Bitmex. And so, you know, we might hit $5,200 on the Bitmex price, but the mark price may only go down to $5,300. And so your liquidation will not happen. Your position will be corrected. And say we do go down to 5,300, we could see a very strong bounce up to 7,000. And obviously you'd be in a very nice profit after that. And that's basically how it works. So, you know, let's pull up this profit calculator and show you in practical terms what kind of returns we're looking at. So I've already filled this out for you to demonstrate it with nice round numbers. Let's actually go for 25 times leverage here. And what this means is we're trading with a quantity of $1,000. Now our position is 25 times smaller than that, which is $50. I don't know, my math is terrible. And we're multiplying our position by 25 to give us this $1,000 position. And our entry price into this long position will be 6,234. So we've set this theoretical exit price. We've longed it at 6,234, and now the price is 7,200. We've gone long, we've betted that the price is going to go up, and it did. The profit on that trade, if we didn't take leverage, would have been 13%. But since we did take leverage, we've taken 25 times leverage, our profits are actually 25 times higher than what we would have had. So, on a trade worth 0.0066 Bitcoin, we have profited 0.0215 Bitcoin. So that is a huge return. That's already more than 3 times your original investment just by going up by $1,000 in Bitcoin's price. And the same is true for the reverse. So say we put in this long as 6,234 and then it goes down to, you know, let's go for $4,000. If you're extremely bearish and you think Bitcoin is going to $4,000, you can see your theoretical profit, which would be absolutely huge. Let's go even lower to get a nice round number. Let's go for 3,000. And what you're seeing here is a return on entry of 2,694%, whereas if you just entered your position using your own money, you would only have doubled your money. In this case, we've gone up by 26 times, and we now have a profit of 0.1729. So that's the profit you get to take home. That's what you bag up, and you've only done it with a position worth 0.0059 Bitcoin. So that is a very quick way to make profits if you bet on the right decision, the right movements of the market. And like I said, guys, this is what I've been using to double my investments very quickly in just one day. Now the risk is extreme. You know, if we were to go for 100 times leverage, let's say we got really greedy here, we only have, let's see when this position closes, what we've got. Our available balance 0.0095 Bitcoins. So we only have that much, and like I said, that's about $62. But let's say we want to trade with 100 times that actual position. We can actually punch in a trade worth, let's say, $5,000. And as you can see, the cost of that trade will be 0.0092, and that comes in below our available balance. So we can put that trade in. Now the catch with this though is, yes, you're going to be trading with 100 times your position. That means you're going to be getting 100 times the profits. If we go up by 10%, your profits are 10,000%. Was that right? 1,000%, my bad. So obviously you get huge profits if you predict the right direction of movement, but the catch with this is, you know, the higher you go in leverage, the more closer to your entry price your liquidation price will be. So let me put that in English for you guys. Let me demonstrate it for you. Let's say we've got the same position worth $5,000. We're now on the liquidation price calculator, and the entry price is, right now, it is 6,212, and our leverage is $100. Let's say we're going short, so we've flicked the switch down to short, and we can see we've entered at 6,200, so we're betting it's going to go down. So if the price actually goes up, we get liquidated, we lose the whole position. We can see that liquidation price is very close to where we entered now. It is only a matter of $30 up, which means, we could just have one sudden pump from really anyone. The order book is incredibly thin. This is the testnet, bear in mind. The real exchange isn't like this. You can always fill in your orders, but the liquidation price is very close. Now, let's say you want to play it safe. You want to go for something like 5 times leverage. This is far more this is something I wouldn't recommend, but it's what many more people will do instead of 100 times leverage, because there's really never a good time to go 100 times leverage. The liquidation price is too close to your entry, but this leverage is at 5 times, which means we'll be trading with 5 times what we put in, and you can see the liquidation price now is much higher. It's $1,500 away. We've got some very good headroom. We demonstrate this on the chart. Let's go to the 4-hour here. We've got very good headroom if things go south, and it turns out that, well, north in this case, where we have, placed that bet that Bitcoin is going to go down, but it actually goes up. We have got all the way up to this price range where I've just put in my thick yellow line. We've got all of this room where our position won't get liquidated, whereas if we went with, say, 100 times leverage, it would have been something more like this, and really that's nothing. We would have already been liquidated according to our mark price, because our mark price is significantly higher. I've already went over why. It's just a different price to the exchange. So guys, that is pretty much it. That's how you make profits on margin trading, and you can do it very quickly with very small amounts of money. Like I said, there is no faster way to make, one Bitcoin to make $6,000, $1,000, $10,000, whatever you want. There's no quicker way to make it than margin trading, which I have personally found. And you can try this. This is something that's good for every trader to try out once you're experienced, once you know what you're doing. But obviously, guys, there is extreme risk. The price could go in one direction, which you don't anticipate, and then you lose your whole position and you can't get it back. So it's really a balance of risk and reward. We can see. Let's go for our long position. So this is actually an indicator which we've got on, is this long? Yeah, long position. This is an indicator on TradingView. And let's say we've placed a long order. So we actually think Bitcoin is going to go up now. And our liquidation price, let's say, is at $6,000. So our current price is $6,269. Our liquidation is about $270 behind, but let's say our target for profit is the next sort of main resistance, which is at 6,800, and that gives us a potential profit of 8 times a risk to reward ratio of 2.32, and really you can see that with a 2.32 risk reward ratio, you've got a decent chance of making some good profits. If we want to go even higher, the risk to reward just increases, so we are now at 6 times. If we go up to $7,700, and you can use this to calculate your positions before you enter them. But guys, that is pretty much it for the Bitmex platform. I really hope this video has made sense to you. I know it's a very confusing concept and platform to use at the beginning, but do use it, do practice with it on the testnet if you want to, and if you always, if you have any questions, I am always checking out every single comment. I read every single one of them. I've made this a sort of personal rule of mine to do ever since I was like 10. So I always read every single one of your questions and I will respond to them. You don't need to worry about that. So this is something, if you want to try it out, if you want to profit while we're going down, you absolutely can. I definitely have been doing, as I've been posting in the Telegram channels, link in the description down below. That's where you get all of my posts, and if you want to follow those posts, you can actually trade using this platform to get the same kind of insane profits. I mean, in the VIP chat, a lot of our members have been posting their results from their short positions on Bitcoin, because lately it has been going down. If you put in a short at, say, 6,800, it's now 6,200. I've had a friend do that, and he's already doubled his investment just like that. So this is a very good way to make money if you know what you're doing, if you feel confident in your trades, and you know, if you want to try it out, it's here for you. So guys, I hope you have found this useful. If you do use this platform, do let me know. Drop a like if you found this video useful at all, and let me know maybe this wasn't clear at all. I really don't know. It's my first time explaining a platform like this. I have always shied away from these kinds of videos just because it's very hard to explain them at the beginning, but I do hope you've got everything you need from this video now, and if you do, please let me know so I know I can continue to do this type of thing. If you want to sign up for this website, the link is in the description as well. You actually get a discount on the fees if you use this link, and it helps me out as well, so that would be absolutely awesome. But with that, guys, I really hope you have enjoyed it. Make sure you like the video if you have, subscribe if you're new around here, and of course tick the bell so you don't miss out on any of my videos. Peace.